Mm.
I need a refill.
Already.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that technicolor rainbow between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
We heard.
It's me. I'm trying
You
to
don't do that. I'm a more / reader / more reader.
And I am the Renaissance jock. I am Mr. 3850. And I don't have a dog this week. I am Richard.
Thank you all for joining us once again on Blerds and Whiskey Live. We're grateful for you guys tuning in with us live on Facebook as well as YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please drop us a like, share, subscribe so you can get these updates every week as we do. We've got a great show lined up for you. Let's first get to our drinks of the week. Everybody's got their individual beverage. Let's go first. Big Herb, what you got?
I'm channeling my inner Uncle Shay Shay. I got that good old hen dog.
I'm glad that you're still alive and you haven't been poisoned.
All right. All right.
Next.
That sounds harsh.
Well, there's a story behind that bottle. So, I mean,
which will be on Blerds and Whiskey After Dark.
There you go.
I shied away from my normal routine, and I went back to whiskey. I'm drinking Old Granddad, but I made myself a whiskey sour, put it in a good old Affinity mug.
Okay. All right. Miss Rita, what you got?
I am living hood fabulous at the moment. And so I got that good old jug wine that I have taken the liberty to spike. With some Ciroc apple.
Okay.
Also because it's green and, my team is playing today. So go Pack.
I will never get used to that. Ever in my life. Okay. Rick Stro, what you got?
In honor of Lil Wayne getting pardoned, but not 2 of his dreads and them getting left in jail, I'm drinking Bamboo rum.
Okay. You just drinking it straight, nothing mixed?
No. I'm mixing it with some ginger ale and lemonade.
I wonder how it tastes with ginger beer instead of ginger ale, though.
Yeah,
that'd be something we can look into.
I actually do have ginger beer.
I got ginger beer in the fridge. I'll let you know after this.
Yeah, only real drinkers have ginger beer just on hand.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I have it
but
too.
Ginger beer is good, though.
I mean, I have it too, but I don't drink it by itself.
Oh, that ginger beer.
I don't know. I could drink some ginger beer by itself.
I can, but I choose not to because then I judge myself like you're doing this wrong. That's not how it's intended to be drank. So or drunk. So
it's pretty good though.
Okay.
So what?
That gingerbread that Trey brought to the house for the event at my house.
Grinsling or Griesling or what?
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I see ginger beer, I just snatched it up. This week I did Red Bull again, but I'm also finishing off this last little bit of Bacardi Gold that I had. Just trying to get it out of the way.
The end of that show, what y'all think about that?
I don't like her. I don't like Wanda Maximoff. I don't like her. I want her gone. I want the show to end with the Punisher walking in and doing God's work. That's what I want.
I just don't like
her shit.
Okay.
I just don't like the writing for Wanda herself, like the character. It's like they don't, even to this day, how many years of Marvel has she been in and we still don't really understand her powers. We just make it up as we go along. That's her superpower, is rewrites. She has the power of plot device.
Yes, she does. She has the BS button on repeat. Yes. So explain why do you not like her? What do you see as a bad flaw of her? I'm assuming her acting. What is it?
No. The character.
The character itself. I'm not talking about Elizabeth Olsen and her portrayal. She's fine.
Okay.
I just have never liked the character. Like Karen said, she has the superpower of plot device. You know what I mean? And they just essentially, like, her powers have the right name. It's just chaos magic, and it's just chaos for the sake of chaos. It's just like, oh, I had a bad day, so now I'm gonna change everybody's reality.
Rewind.
Fuck all y'all.
Wait. I have an argument to that. I don't know if she's the one changing everybody's reality. I feel like Agnes has a much larger role than what we're being shown.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Agnes is Agatha Harkness. I believe that's her last name. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Right.
I think
I'm so proud of you.
So here's the thing, though.
Why are you still shocked?
No, I'm not. I said I'm proud.
As far as Wanda goes, like the WandaVision is still a great show. I love the show, and I've like I said, but the thing is, like years ago, her power used to be like the probability of change probability in the wrong way. So she would wave her hands, and you get an eyelash in your eye, like oh man, or your shoe, you trip over your shoes. Then she turned that somehow into like, you know what? I'm gonna make me a baby. He's like, Wanda, the baby's not real. You know what? Make me another one too. And then, you know what? I want my dad to be happy. You rule the world. Go ahead, do it. Just rule it.
It's just so many different things that we haven't picked up on, like the fact that they're actually calling Vision. You see what I'm saying? Like regular people are calling him Vision. Like there's just so many. There's the beekeeper situation. There's the fact that she kicked out. What's her name?
Yeah,
what was her name?
Maria.
She got kicked out.
That's Jeff. What's the name? Maria Rambeau. She just.
Oh yeah. I feel like there's so many things that the commercials, that the little commercial breaks that they have in it. There's so many things or layers.
As I said at the beginning, just have patience when watching this. It's not going to be an MCU movie.
I'm trying not to just give a whole spoiler and let everybody know exactly what's going on here, because I can tell you exactly how this is going to end and what's going on, but I'm not going to. So I'm just gonna, again, like I said, I don't like Wanda Maximoff because I know what's coming.
Yeah,
I'm watching you.
I'll say this, and if this may be a spoiler for the far, far future, but she's not going to do her worst action yet, as of yet. In my opinion, what I think may happen when she finally does the thing, she may actually welcome that situation into the universe, and later on have to undo it. If you know what I mean.
Her worst work is coming in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. Yeah.
That's when she's
if you haven't read the comic books, The House of M yet, if you haven't read it or even Googled it, you need to.
Well,
that's all
actually, before you get to House of M, you also got to read Avengers Disassemble.
Yeah,
and then House of M.
Too.
Yeah, and then Decimation. It's just so
and
much.
Then 398. Oh boy. Okay. All right.
And then also, so you can dislike her the way that I do. Read what she did to Spider-Man at the beginning of Avengers vs. X-Men. Read what she did to him.
We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there.
So quick question. Who do you think she did dirty the worst? Wolverine or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, definitely. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I don't know. Like she like all of a sudden, like everything that Wolverine had forgotten, or his mutant healing factor of rewriting. Healing his trauma of his mind has forgotten. Came back all at once for him. Like everything.
It did.
Wolverine had a long life of screw ups.
Bro.
Wolverine woke up.
Spider-Man though.
Wolverine woke up. I got a son.
Nope. So I got to do it. I got to do it now. I got to keep going with it. Cam, she put Spider-Man in an alternate reality where Gwen Stacy was alive. They had kids. He was
Uncle
a millionaire.
Ben was alive. Uncle Ben was alive.
like literally everything that made Spider-Man to who he was is just there, and he's just living it up. She made him into success. She made him into Tony Stark as a good person.
Yeah.
She made him into a good person versus Tony Stark.
With Gwen Stacy, Joe. And he basically, when she created two alternate universes, he lived an entire lifetime in a universe, and he still
that wasn't real, right?
And it's gone. He had to watch it fade away.
My man was walking around.
I gotta
Wolverine, hold up. Wolverine has the constitution to be able to withstand that type of trauma. He's been through it over and over again. Spider-Man is just a man who can stick to walls.
Right. So it's like if we had to like put it on like on a scale of what's worse, one A would be Spider-Man and one B would be the Wolverine for me. Like they're both ones. There's just an A and a B sector here.
Peter was walking around Avengers Tower for weeks in boxers and a robe.
Nah, Spider-Man got the worst. He definitely did. But
all right, we'll say Spider-Man then.
Sorry if we spoiled that for anybody who hasn't seen that 10-year-old comic yet. But yeah, that may happen in the series.
So
you don't even have to read the comic. Like at this point in age, Google is at your fingertips. You don't even have to read the comic.
Well, we do want to support people to continue purchasing and reading comic books, because that is the industry that we love.
Comic books isn't necessarily for everybody. Like it's not for everyone. But you can still.
We gave y'all the cliff notes, but if y'all want to go,
look at him! Look at him! Look at him!
He's broken.
Look at him.
Take it down. All right.
But moving on, inauguration was this week. A lot of news.
Yes.
So, first of all, we want to send a congratulations shot to Kamala Harris as the first Black and South Asian vice president. So, shout out. Yeah, Joe Biden got it. So, can we talk about the fact that Michelle just straight killed that shit?
Where my $2,000 at, Joe? Where my $2,000 at, Joe?
It's
Run me my money,
14,
Joe.
It's 1,400 actually.
I know. Listen, I know that's it. Run me my ducats, nigga. Run me my ducats.
I wish I had the nails like the chicks on TikTok. I need my money.
I hate that. I really hate that. I hate that.
I feel like Brent, but I was doing the same Stewie thing. Like, yeah, so it's been 24 hours. Like,
nah. Everybody's on that JG Wentworth. Like, it's my money. And
Hey, Cam, it's my money.
It's my money, and I need it now.
But also, another thing about it, the Bernie memes.
I'm already over them. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it was a
good week. It was a good week.
Wait, I gotta throw a little shade. Not at Bernie because we skipped over my girl. Maybe you was getting to it. I don't know. But Amanda Gorman did an amazing job as the youngest poet at the inauguration. But what is upsetting me and my homegirls is the fact that this nigga had on a headband flipped the other way and nobody is talking about this. Why are you doing that? That's not how that was meant to be worn. What the fuck?
I didn't even notice
Who said that was okay for you to walk out and stand on the steps of the Capitol, whatever balcony, I don't know what the fuck it is. Bitch, that's not how the headband is supposed to be worn, okay? I can't even listen to you because I'm judging you. In the back of my mind, like, why did your mama okay this? I know you got a mama. Why did she say, oh, that's it right there? That's it. No, it's not. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. I never noticed. I never noticed.
Bothering me so much.
I'm just laughing because Rita's having a full-on rage out moment. The rest of us is just like, I didn't even notice that. I had no idea.
No, because Michelle Obama
if y'all want to see a clear
slayed.
difference between men and women.
Michelle Obama slayed. I was like, yes, give me life. And then she stands up with this back. I'm like, no, what are you? This is misrepresentation.
Hey, I'm just glad Lady Gaga was there to make her look like just a little bit better because I don't know what she was wearing.
Yo, with that full-on hunger. She had a full-on Hunger Games bird on her chest.
Right. She came out with what's his name?
No, what's that joint from Ghostface Killer? Had the Ghostface.
Hey, but real quick. I know Herb was about to say something about the Bernie Sanders memes. It's amazing that you guys would put Bernie in everything except for the White House.
Yeah. But yeah, the way the life cycle of memes and the amount of friends I have to share memes, I'm already over it. I was done by Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a life cycle of being
Rita's still mad over there.
right.
Still mad. Yes, I'm still mad. I've been mad since Wednesday. Okay.
Anytime you see a woman just pause and that hand is still raised, she just looking off.
Because he's still thinking about more. I'm not done. I'm not done.
I'm not trying to take away from the fact that she gave one of the most beautiful poems. She absolutely did. But girlfriend, I'm more mad at her mama than I'm mad at her because you let your baby get on TV looking like that.
How old she got her?
Oh, don't we have a show?
So,
Still mad.
we want to send a rest in peace shout out to the late great Hammering Hank Aaron and Larry King, two legends in their gifted professions. One became the home run king in baseball until Barry Bonds broke it, and the other one is the legendary talk show host. Both of them were. Larry King was 87. Hank was about to turn 87 in about 2 weeks, but we want to send a shout out to both of them. Rest in peace.
Cheers.
All right.
Yes, rest in peace.
I'll say this about Larry King. That man was a laugh for a long handsome. Like he just not.
I don't remember him being young. I just know him as always being like that's like
yeah, he's the white Morgan Freeman. Yeah,
he was just born old. Like
the white person's version of Morgan Freeman. Wait, hold on. I don't know because Betty White is up there too. So
Betty White don't look like she's permafroze.
We need to leave this world a better place for Betty White when we leave. She's gonna outlive us all.
Basically, yeah.
Last but not least, so I want to go ahead and say this because I was on the gaming Blerds and Whiskey version of Among Us yesterday. Shit hit the fan, guys. Let's do better with our games. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's just have fun.
That's all you're gonna say?
That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else.
All right, okay, cool. I'll do it. You Bombers need to stop acting like damn children. Like, really, it's a game. Nobody should be getting. I don't care if you mad at me, unfollow me. I don't care. I don't care. Stop acting like babies. You're gonna get the game is called Among Us. There's a killer among us. A killer's gonna kill somebody. We talking a game. Don't take it personal. Get over it. It's a video game. We all over 30 in there. Fix your damn face.
Well, we're all over 30 now that we're vetting people ahead of time because we did have an infiltration at one point.
We did. We did.
So
there was a teenager among us.
And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
No.
Do your homework. Do your homework, okay?
And I'm not always the killer. Stop blaming me. It's always Herb. Everybody always vote Herb.
I mean, I'm sitting there just doing my work. I'm not even bothering anybody. Bang! What the fuck? I mean, I'm not an easy target.
I mean, Jesus, dude, don't ask me that.
At this point, Herb,
don't ever ask me that.
It's like we have to.
Moving on. That is the church announcements.
I'm just saying, you should really just hold up. Just get your strength up, Joe. Just try to be. You got to increase.
I thought we were over.
I was actually trying to transition into a promo.
No.
I
had you. I was about to pick it up.
No, go. I don't even want to do it now. I just gonna.
No, I wanted us to do the other transition.
Lord have mercy.
Go ahead.
If you want to get your strength up and if you want to build your body up, then why don't you go on blerdsandwhiskey.com and go to our partners page and click on FNX Fit. FNX Fit has everything that you need to rebuild your body, rebuild your strength, and get your gains up. Right? Use our promo code FNX.
We had a better transition.
Too late.
No, the opportunity presented itself. Saw the shot.
I'm already here now. So use our promo code FNX-Blerds13 to get 15% off all of your FNX Fit products. And you can get whey protein, you can get pre-workouts, they have fitness apparel, have everything you need to go on your strength building journey. That's FNX Blerds13 to get 15% off your purchases.
No, the
Back to
Dan
you guys.
Campbell transition would have been better.
Oh,
if you
man.
want to take out kneecaps, get your FNX Fit. That would have been a better transition.
Listen. I don't want to talk
I saw
about that.
I saw the opportunity and I took it.
Listen. If you knock me down, right, I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna bite a chunk out of these promos, and then it's gonna take 2 more shots to knock me down, and then when I get back up, I'm gonna take another chunk out of another promo, and then it's gonna take 3 shots to get me back. I can't do it.
And then we're gonna take Alabama, and then we're gonna take Forrest Gump.
And we're going all the way to the White House.
God damn. Now that is no
was a
damn
throwback.
reference.
That was a throwback.
Yes.
That was a promo.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Y'all don't know. I miss the days of Howard Dean being the most controversial
Shoot.
politician.
I'm surprised. If only Slade the remix guy was around during that time.
You might have to send that to him.
You need to send that to him.
For a Throwback Thursday mix.
Oh, snap.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh, my side hurt. My side
So
hurt.
Go ahead.
how do we transition into our first topic from that?
Just
Look, hey, fuck it. We're transitioning into topic number 1, which is COVID related. Please take the reins from here, Mr. Trey Popper.
Okay, so did anybody see? Just to give us, so we don't get strikes or anything like that, the proper information that's going on in the country right now. So far, 25 million people have actually contracted the virus, and we've had, as they said, about 350,000 people that have perished from it. In the state of Maryland,
over 400,000.
400,000. I'm sorry, I misspoke. In the state of Maryland, sorry, let me look at my notes because I was trying to do it off the top of my head. PG County, where I'm from, there have been 1,200 deaths and 65,000 people have caught it. And in the state of Maryland, 393K have caught it, and there have been 6,837 deaths. So we just want to say that because we here at Blerds and Whiskey do take that very seriously. We're not trying to make light of the situation. We have people that we know and love that have contracted it and are battling it, and we just wish them the fastest recovery as we're going through this. But I know I said this in one breath just to say we're not making fun of it. I am going to crack up jokes on Lil Bow Wow Bama ass, because this Bama's out here still have, it amazes me that people are out here with everything that I just said. People are still out here going to clubs and parties and everything.
The new Bow Wow challenge.
Yo.
Bow Wow? Shad Moss? 4 foot nothing? You went to go see that? I ain't never
You saw,
hey, man.
You saw his song without Sierra.
Hey, man, he gotta like capitalize on this, because when the world opened back up, he's not going to get those numbers anymore. So dead. Yeah, nobody wants to see him do the Harlem Shake.
So I was, if y'all don't know, y'all can check out my my TikTok or Instagram #Camism. I did a video where I saw like these people were packed in a club, and as the camera panned over to show who they were watching, it was Lil Bow Wow performing without Sierra, and I'm over here like, y'all in your 30s, y'all some grown ass people. Coronavirus got VIP passes too, so I'm trying to figure out like what is y'all. Go ahead, Rick.
So real quick, where was the concert held? Where was this at?
Houston, Texas.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was in Texas.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it. It's something wrong with the American South. It's something wrong with y'all. Because I got family that lives in the South. I got people that I talk to that live in the South. It's something wrong with y'all. Because this whole time y'all are just constant COVID deniers. Even the people who claim to be woke are COVID deniers. Like, you out at bowling alleys. You out at concerts. You just walking around out there just all willy-nilly with no mask on. What the fuck was wrong with y'all? What's wrong with you? This thing is real. These numbers are real. This is not made up. This is not contrived. I know people that I'm close to who have lost family members this week because
I've
of
lost
this.
2 friends already. Not this week, but throughout the whole year, I've already lost 2 friends to COVID.
And y'all just out here just doing whatever. And now y'all want to go to a concert and cram in like sardines to go see Bow Wow. And then
Mr. 106 in Park.
Right, and then I would be remiss if I said this. T.I., Mr. Harris, a couple months ago, you had an album release party at a club in Atlanta, and you had people packed in there. So don't you go big wording on Instagram trying to refute your show. You're responsible for the shit too. Like it's crazy. This is crazy.
Reciprocate.
Right. But it's seriously the American South. Y'all got to get your shit together, man. Like this is crazy. It's not just the QAnon folks that's out there running around maskless. It's most people from the South. Like this shit is crazy to me.
One of the things that I've noticed, one of the things I've noticed amongst the deniers is the claim of personal issues with it, not the fact that of science or anything else is backing it. It's all been personal issues. They don't like wearing masks. They don't like the fact that they can't be around people. They don't like to not drink. They don't like being told what to do. It's the inconvenience is what the basis of their denial is based on. And then they gonna back it up with think for yourselves. As if like kind of like a dare, like they're trying to appeal to like the lower mind of us to as a dare to you. Because one thing I noticed is a lot more people who are in entertainment and touring businesses are the ones who are the main deniers of this. I'm not going to say any names, but it was a very beautiful stunt woman that I follow, and it hurt my heart dearly that she became anti-masker. And I'm like, well, it makes sense. Her job, her lifestyle, her livelihood depends on movies and stuff like that. So if between COVID restrictions, movies aren't being produced or made as much. I mean, we heard freaking Tom Cruise had like a fucking meltdown, because
that shit was scripted. He wrote that shit down.
You think so?
Yeah, it was too well put together, Joe. He single-handedly has been funding most of his movies. So whenever there's a shutdown or a delay, it's costing him money. If it was okay, I mean that's fair.
I have a question.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna put you on notice to catch the Easter eggs that I'm gonna lay for you. So, if your beard is luxurious, does that help protect you against COVID? Maybe that's why they're like anti-maskers.
Jesus Christ, that's an Easter egg? Like
the biggest goddamn Easter egg I've ever.
One of them Flintstone joints.
I mean, that's not an Easter. That's a Tyrannosaurus egg.
That's a good to tip the car over. Yeah.
It was a pretty good Easter egg.
That's that dinosaur egg.
If you are out there struggling with your beard because the mask is putting a strain on your beard, don't worry because I've had those struggles too. But because of my beard struggles, I use Beard Struggle. So take the promo code.
We have successfully fucked up all promos.
No, because the mask always like puts like that weird divot in my beard. So what I always do is I always use my night oil in the. Go ahead, Trey.
So I work in the elements all day, so I have to make sure I take extreme care of my beard. And one way to do that is you get your detangling oil, you get the Freya's Bliss. When you put it on, it actually softens up your beard so it becomes molded. I just put my mask on, as you guys saw, and it still is holding its shape. So you get your mask on. You can also go to beardstruggle.com and get yourself a wooden pick. That way you can put everything out.
Do you do that while you're delivering packages?
Yes, I do it all day. All day long.
One hand on the steering wheel, one hand picking the car.
I literally all day. Because if when you pull it down, I can take it off and my beard still holds its form. So go to Beard Struggle, go to blerdswhiskey.com, use promo code BLERDS1 with the Beard Struggle and get everything you need. Get your wooden picks, get your oils, and your stubble balm. Everything you need is going to hold its form, it's going to hold its shape, and you won't have to complain about having a beard and wearing a mask. I do it all day. It's easy, it's simple, and you're still going to look good when you're doing it. And I'm
Now, thank you for that, Trey.
Even the demonstration. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and put another Easter egg out there too. Then, so as we just finished discussing the inauguration, one of the things about that a lot of people are taking pride in, we've already had our first Black president, and now we have our first Black woman vice president. We have a first female vice president and a Black woman as a vice president. So we're getting a lot in. That's 2 columns checked in the representation column. And speaking of representation, our character of the week is working on a good part of our representation. So we can go ahead and get that up and going. Shout out to Kamala Harris. Character of the week. It's Earth 616. You just had your second Civil War. Captain Marvel just put Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, in a coma. What's the world to do? Thank God there's Riri Williams, also known as Ironheart. She's a 15-year-old African-American female, an MIT student, genius intellect, no powers at all, but she's able to piece together her own Iron Man suit to take the mantle of Iron Man. She shies away from names such as Iron Man 2 or Iron Man Jr. or Iron Woman, Iron Lady, Iron Chick. They really messed up the opportunity to make Iron Maiden. But, you know, Ironheart works. She was created by Brian Michael Bendis in 2015. Basically, he wanted to create a superhero, a comic book character that his adopted daughters could look up to. And if you're a fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man or the MCU Spider-Man, then you should be a fan of Miles Morales, who was also created by Brian Michael Bendis. As I said before, she doesn't have any actual superpowers, so just a genius intellect. So pretty much her suit does everything that, pretty much the same thing that Iron Man can do, her suit can do, because it's just the same type of mech armor that Iron Man has. A bit of a Tony Stark fangirl. She also knows a lot of details about the armor, so that combined with the genius intellect, she's actually able to navigate how the armor works. Due to an incident in a park, she lost both her stepfather and her best friend to gun violence. That's always haunted her. Basically, as Iron Man has Friday, she created an AI to help navigate the suit or talk to in the hologram image of her best friend. For a split second, she was also a Queen of Latveria. Of course, as great as everything is with her characters, there's also a little bit of controversy that goes along with it. The fact that she was created by a white male, there was a certain lack of authenticity in her character. She's later been redesigned by Eve Ewing. Also, there's rumors that Ironheart, the character, might make her way into MCU under the possible guise of Shuri. They don't quite know yet. They're still working out that details. It was just suggested by Robert Downey Jr. and then that made news and headlines and tweets. But all that aside, the reason why she was character of the week is just like our recent vice president. You have representation. You have young women of color seeing Riri Williams in comic books and they see themselves. Just like they see the vice president, they can see themselves. When they see someone that looks like them, that represents them, they see that they too can be this change in this world. And that's why representation is always important. Back to you guys.
Okay, so this.
Fuck it. I gotta get my thought out. Because I can't kill it.
No, let's talk about it on air. Let's talk about it.
The shows are integrated into the shows are episodic movies.
We're live.
We're live.
Hold
We're live right now.
We're live now.
No, we're live. We're live
I
right
thought
now.
we were still not live. My bad. My shit is lagging.
Anyway,
My fault.
go ahead and get your thought out. Go ahead and get your thought out, Mike.
You get a behind the scenes look of Blerds and Whiskey.
More chaos. The shows are episodic movies. The shows are basically woven into the movies at this point. So it's not like if she's gonna be Ironheart in the show, she's Ironheart in the MCU true. So there is gonna be an Ironheart show coming down the pipe.
Right, but what I was saying was that one of the big rumors is that because she's already tech savvy and popular, they're going to do a 2-for-1 and possibly make Shuri into Ironheart. And it's not too far-fetched because they already got a white Miles Morales named Tom Holland.
I like that the way you're thinking with that. Yes, but they've already established her in the Black Panther universe, and also Shuri and Tony Stark have not met in the MCU. So
And they nenever will because the nigga died,
Yeah.
basically.
unless they bring him back. So that was
Unless they
like,
bring him back.
So
Right.
hold. Trey, I'm gonna stop you right there, Trey. So you're telling me because they physically never met that she don't know nothing about Tony Stark or Stark Industries?
I did not say that.
Her shit's probably more advanced than Stark.
I was about to say she's more advanced and smarter
Yeah.
than Tony Stark anyway, so she don't really need him.
Can we do a live poll since we haven't? Can we do a live proper poll?
Sure.
Who should Shuri play, Ironheart or the next Black Panther?
No. That's
Listen,
not
hold
what
on.
I'm saying. That's not my argument.
Oh,
Can y'all
okay.
can y'all just listen to me, please? It's gonna be two separate characters. They're already gonna establish that Riri was in the audience when Tony gave that speech during Civil War, and then she's gonna evolve from there. Shuri is going to be the new Tony Stark, where she's gonna make everybody's tech and provide everybody with all of that stuff from there on. Like
And sarcasm.
Here you go, guys. This is something that most people don't know about. She's going to provide tech to the X-Men when they come about. So, boom, let's go in there. Herb, give us what you got.
So speaking of shows, let's go into our throwback show. Well, in this case, it's a movie. We're gonna go back to the 1995 film Panther. It's a film by Mario Van Peebles and Melvin Van Peebles. It's an adaptation of Melvin's novel Panther, based on the Black Panther Party. The show was actually this movie was star-studded with Black folks. You had Kadeem Hardison, Courtney B. Vance, Marcus Chung, Angela Bassett, Jennifer Lewis, Chris Rock, Dick Gregory, Bokeem Woodbine. This a list.
The only person we're missing is Viola Davis.
But this was 95. Viola Davis.
No, I know that. It was a joke.
I'm about to say
because
Morgan Freeman.
She plays
and,
all of the woke characters nowadays.
Pretty much.
So I'm just saying.
You know who was in the first 5 minutes of that movie? What's her name? Sunshine from Harlem Nights. That's all I could think when she walked up.
Oh, Loretta, what's her name?
Loretta, no, not Loretta Devine.
No, that's not Loretta Devine, but she should have been in
Sunshine.
this movie too.
Layla Rashad.
Layla Rashad.
Yeah.
But no, the funny thing that we were discussing about this being a throwback movie is that ironically no one can find this movie.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure most of the people in our audience don't even remember this damn movie.
I remember this movie.
There's a reason for that.
And the soundtrack was everything. I just want to put that out there as well.
One scene I got to talk about. I thought it was real powerful. They had a scene where pretty much Huey and a couple other guys came out of the car when they seen that one of the black guys was being jumped by police officers, pulled out shotguns and everything in front of a whole bunch of black people. They basically sold all the laws as far as how they can carry. And that shit was dope. Like, you even heard one person said, "Those some mean ass niggas over there," and I mean,
I remember that part. Also want to let people know that this is the Black Panther Party was originally founded to be a third political party, but ended up being a movement. And then from the movement, this is pretty much, as you can tell by the government, that's where a lot of the gun law changes happen. I'm not gonna go any further than that, but
that's because your mom was a part of it, right? Oh, okay. I didn't know that was classified information. My bad.
My mom was in Virginia Tech. I don't know what you talking.
My bad. My fault.
His mom could never watch the show now. But speaking of moms, like that moment in the first riot when dude was on his mom and he ran up and he stole cold cocktail. I was like, yeah. There's no you're not touching my mother. You're not. Period. It's over.
So one of the reasons why I brought up the whole interesting fun fact about that movie, the fact that no one can find it. I mean, like literally, it's not on Netflix, it's not on Hulu, it's not on any of these streaming programs. You can barely find it. You can't find it on Amazon. You can't find any DVDs about it. Like we said, I'm pretty sure there's a VHS cassette tape copy out there somewhere, dubbed from Blockbuster, that someone in their basement has, but I don't have.
In all of my research and looking for a copy of this movie, all I could find was somebody made a dubbed CD. They took some CDs and dubbed it and called it the Panther Pack that they were selling on Etsy for like $40 of a bunch of CDs they dubbed on themselves. That's all I could find of it.
So we one of the things we were discussing in the production meeting was the shadow banning of a lot of Black films. Like there are tons of films out there that don't get the shine, they don't get the marketing machine behind it, or they're just a niche market that no one ever knows. It's a little catch-22 because in this day and age, you know, a couple of clicks and you can find almost anything. You just need to know where you're going to go. I'm fairly certain, like, we can all go on Netflix and I can tell you, look up this movie, and then you'll be like, oh, I didn't know this movie existed because no one told you. But you can find it because it's out there. One of the films I want to talk about, like, that part of the shadow ban or the not being produced out there, is a film on sci-fi, on Netflix. It's a sci-fi film, time travel. It's called See You Yesterday. If you haven't seen it, you know, look for it on Netflix. It is literally the sci-fi movie that I would have made. Like, it's a combination of like the sci-fi culture we all grew up on, but it's also based in like Harlem, New York, with Harlem, New York, you know, niggas just doing nigga shit with time travel. Like it's literally, it's one of the things that I always grew up with. It's not insulting to me either. Like, I'm not looking at it like, yeah, this show's black. Like, no, I look at it like, yeah, it's black. Like, there's a difference. There's a difference that a lot of people don't really understand or get with. The biggest issue with the shadow banning is that Hollywood goes where the money goes. If there's no money to be made from it, they're not going to put money into it to advertise it. And so it's up to us to like kind of like word of mouth spread it out there. So even if it doesn't get like box office mainstream props, it can still get streaming and underground props.
Yeah, like a current movie right now that is falling into that trap is another film made by Nate Parker. It's a movie called American Skin. So on my cable, when you look at a movie, it gives you the Rotten Tomato score, right? And the Rotten Tomato score for American Skin right now is at 14%. 14%. That's not a mistake. That is something that constantly happens to movies that are in that ilk, right?
Right. And I think like that out of 10, because there's also another scale, like out of 10, I think it was at 5.5. And I'm like, how? Like, literally, how?
So we have to take it amongst ourselves, because they do have fan reviews that can be given, and you can write a review for these things on any type of whatever streaming service that you come across. You can write a review for it. So we kind of have to step up and start taking the bull by the horns and writing our own reviews and giving our own takes on things, because American Skin is powerful. It is a powerful movie. The first 15 minutes, like I watched the first 15 minutes of the movie and I said, all right, I'm gonna have to pause this. I need to take a little break because I am back to that place that I don't want to be. I was back to that place where I was when I watched George Floyd. I was back to that place where I was when I watched Philando Castile get killed. I was back to that place, right? It is one of those
You're
movies.
better than me. I couldn't make it past the first 15 minutes. I was like, this is going to upset me. I can't do it. So you are much better and stronger than me.
So what you're saying is I need to take 2 days off after I watch.
The same way that you felt that as far as with the Netflix 4-part series, this is the way they see us. Is that the name?
Yeah. When they see us,
like you need to keep that's the same type of energy. Because I mean, like me, I had to stop it several times in the midst of watch. Like Talani couldn't even watch it. I'm in the midst of watching it. I have to pause, get away, get a drink, come back to watch this. It is provoking as it was.
It's traumatizing.
I have to. I'm just now. I watched the movie last night. I'm just now processing, and this is me and my ignorance. I'm just now processing why it would be a little troublesome for some of you all and not me. I don't have a kid. You both have sons. All y'all got sons. So I'm not processing. I didn't process that till literally just now. So I do apologize on my behalf for not thinking of that when I was thinking of watching the movie. It was just, to me, it was just another movie.
But you are your mother's son.
I am.
And so
I am.
The struggle that I'm having is the same one that she's probably having for you, because you are automatically guilty because you are a Black man in America.
Yeah. So So again, I'm torn on this movie because I watched the whole movie and I'm watching a movie. Personal preferences aside, against Spike Lee, I love his movies. I hate Spike Lee himself. Just Spike Lee. They always say never meet your heroes or never meet your idols. I'm just a up and aspiring young film kid, and I just happen to be in Baltimore as he was in Baltimore. I just want to say hi, and he's just going to ignore me. But I digress. I'm not mad at Spike Lee. I might have caught him at a bad time. It's cool. But like for me, the movie, yeah, as Rita kind of alluded to it as I covered it up. My upbringing was a little different than most people's upbringing. I was the kid who a movie like that now, I'm surprised my mom hasn't called me and asked me have I watched it yet to give an essay on it, because I grew up having to watch movies like Panther. Every year when this movie came out on Fox, I had to watch Shaka Zulu, the miniseries. I had to watch Roots, and then I had to give written essays. Like my mom would give me homework after watching these films
because she wanted to make sure you read it, you looked at it, you actually understood it, you processed the information. So I'm here for it.
Hey, look, I'm 9. I just want to have fun, but apparently fun was illegal in my house. So
listen, you wanted to have big fun, but you had to learn about being a black man in America. That's the part of this. This movie gets to you because the humiliation as a black man that you have to go through when you get pulled over by the police. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You could be, again, I've been in this situation. I'm just coming home from work. I'm exhausted. I get pulled over and I got to put on my yes, a boss face. I have to lighten my voice because I know that me already being big and black, I got 2 strikes. I got 2 strikes already. So I got to do everything to make them comfortable. And they're the one with the gun. You are seeing this put on film. You're seeing it before your eyes. Like it does something to you. And then I'm sorry, I'm getting in the spoiler territory, but everybody needs to go and watch it, so whatever. To see this young boy get executed, and this cop showed no empathy. No empathy. None. Herb, you got something to say. Herb, go ahead, please.
And just to piggyback on what you're saying, it's like I'm sitting here processing this as it's going along. My son is going to be 7 years old next month. And I'm going to have this conversation with him. He had to, and sorry for the spoiler, he had to have the conversation with his son about the police. I'm scared. I told Talani this. I've told my mom this. I've told my family. I'm scared to have that conversation, but it's a necessary conversation that you have to have. I sent a tweet out to Nate Parker. Dude, if you're watching us, thank you. But dude, amazing picture.
He also directed it. I just wanted to point that out. He directed it. He did the screenwriting for it, and he also starred in it. So
it's a powerful film. It's tearjerker. I had to pause it crying 3 or 4 times throughout the movie.
Oh man.
So Trey, I'm gonna tell you this, dog. You're gonna have to take a break watching this movie. And I mean,
I'll say this. I live this. I live it every day, just like you guys. And at this point, I don't know how much more I can handle. I'm not saying, and don't before you jump on me, let me finish what the fuck I'm saying. Let me finish. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm exhausted. Damn. Yes, watch the movie. Yes, watch the movie. I don't know if me personally, if I can do it anymore. I've lived this shit. I've been pulled over. I've been yanked out the fucking car. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm at the end of this fucking rope of dealing with this shit. Now, sometimes I know I just don't feel like dealing with it. I don't feel like having it in my brain. I watch so much other shit because I live it. I fucking live it every day. I've been pulled. I work for FedEx. I've been pulled over 3 times in the last 3 months because either a taillight was something on my car, And the only saving grace in a lot of these times is because the fact that I have my FedEx vest. Because they come up to the car, hand on the hip, knock on the window. I don't know if I can deal with that shit. I don't know if I can watch. I can't. Everybody else watch it. Everybody else not enjoy, but imbibe it and learn from it. But as a person who lives this shit every fucking day, I can't. I'm done. I can't watch my people get murdered on TV anymore. I can't. I'm sorry. That's why
No. What I was going to say, the reason why I had that face when you said that, I wasn't trying to cut you off, is you literally just did Nate's speech in that movie in the precinct. Like for almost word for word, what you just said is what he said in the precinct in front of the entire police, in front of the entire police precinct. When he because the white cop who you said had no remorse, when he said all they had to do was comply, and then that's when he said that, and I'm like, because that speech was every once in a while, like I'm like, okay, that was one of us, that was us moment, that was, you know, like when you put yourself into the main character or representation of the main character, that was one of the things that came out of that scene for me, was like, okay, yeah, that was definitely us. That was for us.
Okay.
But,
well, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just
no.
I mean, because
let's be real. Let's be real.
One thing, like honestly, when I found out that Talani was born was going to have Miles, when I found out that he was born, I was elated. I was excited. Then I got scared because I'm sitting there like, shit. He's gonna be a black man in America, and if he's anything like me, like I just said, I'm already black, I'm already big. It's 2 strikes already. All it takes is, dog, why you fucking with? There we have it, right there. And it's just like, bruh, what the fuck? But if a white person goes over there, and the thing that it's just like, dude, we have the footage right here. Don't make up shit. This live, this is like real. Now the movie isn't isn't based on a true story, but it is, because shit that we live every single week, every single day, every single hour, every second. You automatically look at us and we're a fucking suspect. Well, I mean, we're just driving home. We're driving home. We're like, look, I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. I might put a little bit on the gas, just going home. Whoop, whoop. All of a sudden we see like, oh, you're speeding. Why are you driving so fast? And it's just like, dog, I'm tired and I want to go home. I'm sorry, officer, for going over the limit, but why the hell do you have a gun in my face? Like, for real.
I have a story. So, and I probably live maybe a mile and a half from my son's school. And this happened last week. I went to my son's school, left out my neighborhood. There's a county sheriff, who starts following me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I pulled up to my son's school and he's still behind me. Amir, it gets walked out by his teacher. He gets into this car. The sheriff is in the parking lot while I'm picking up my son from school. I pull out of the school parking lot and the lights come on. He has no reason to pull me over. He said that my son, my 12-year-old son, fit a description of somebody who they were looking for. How would you know? Because he wasn't in the car with me when you started following me. How would you know that my son fit a description of someone you were looking for if he wasn't even with me when you started following me? And so when he pulled us over, I'm talking to my baby boy who's 12, who has autism. And I'm like, don't move. That's hard to do for a kid who has autism. Don't make sudden movements. He pulled up on the side of the car, not even my side of the car. He pulled up on the passenger side of the car where my son is sitting. And I'm pleading with him. And he has his arm on his holster. And I'm like, please don't shoot my boy. He's 12. He's 12. And he has autism. And you're telling me that my 12-year-old boy is fitting a description of a suspect? And so after he runs my ID and he asks me if I have ID for my child who's 12, why the fuck would I have ID for a 12-year-old? Why? So once he runs my stuff, he has the audacity, and this is the real reason why he pulled me over. He has the audacity to tell me I should remove the Biden-Harris sticker that I have on my window. So if you want some and that's why I could only watch the first 15 minutes.
And you guys wonder why we're stalled. You guys wonder why we're always mad at the world. This shit.
Honestly, we're not nearly.
We're not even on.
So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance.
Yes, I did get his name and badge number because someone asked in the comments. Yes, I did.
I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance if this seems out of whatever. The main emphasis I got from American Skin, the fact that like Herb said, this is not based off a true story. So there was no actual people of any name recognition that was in the story. The one thing that I will say that white America should fear is the fact that all we've ever been asking for in this entire country is equality. They better hope that we've never want vengeance, because that's basically what American Skin was.
I can promise you.
And like I said, I apologize. I apologize in advance if this is against YouTube regulations or whatever. But all I'm saying is right now, just be glad that all we're asking for is civil or equal rights and not revenge, because I think that's basically why Rotten Tomatoes gave it 14%, because that's, even though it's a work of fiction, that is what they fear. That is what they're afraid of. That is what they're trying to fight against. That's what they think that BLM is going to happen. That's why they want to have that hierarchy or that above us, because if they're at equal level, all of a sudden, like, you don't want to be treated like a minority? Why? Do minorities get treated badly? I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead.
But they know the answer to that. They already know the answer to that. They know that we're treated differently. They know that we're treated worse. Right? So we just watched 2-3 weeks ago, all of these motherfuckers stormed the Capitol, and I'm reading stories every day about them constantly getting released, and they're released on their own recognizance. Meanwhile, people from the fucking summertime who are marching peacefully asking for equality, still in jail. Right? It's enough. It is enough. I've had enough. I am fucking fed up. Personally, I am. I'm not asking for equality anymore. I'm tired of asking. Either you're going to give it to us or we're going to fucking take it. I don't give a fuck about getting demonetized. Sorry, guys. I'm going to speak my mind. We're going to fucking take it. This is enough. I've had enough of this shit. You're not going to keep marginalizing me because of the color of my skin. This is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. This country is bullshit. The last 4 years has showed us this. We don't have to keep taking this shit. We don't. It's time for us to unify and rise up. Period.
I gotta say this. The emotions that are showed here are not those of melancholy or being solemn or anything like that. This is pure anger. This is pure anger. And for the longest time, like my cousin has just said, it's been impotent anger. But now, that hot rage is what you see boiling out of my face right now.
Yeah. It's
That's what you
definitely
see.
rage. It's definitely rage because I'm
So-
sitting in a car and I'm having to check myself.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, okay, Sharita, you have every right to be upset. You have every right to go off. But he knows that if you go off on him, the way to affect me is to affect my child. He knows that. He knows it. So I now have to make sure I do everything I'm expecting or thinking that he is expecting of me so that I can make sure that we can get home. And home is a half a mile away. And it's like, how can you tell me my son fits the description of a suspect who had a robbery somewhere earlier, an hour ago, and you just saw me pick him up from school?
So he went from he looked like a suspect to then, oh, may want to change your Biden sticker. But then
Right.
also,
because you knew it was bullshit. He knew it was bullshit. He knew it was bullshit because you started following me before I even got to the school.
The last 10, 15 minutes of American Skin, again, like not based off a true story, but based off a true story.
Of so many. It's based off of so many.
And I'm gonna say this.
Except for one.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't want this to be taken the wrong way.
Oh boy.
We didn't ask to be black, but we love being black. But at the same time, the shit that you do every single time, stop saying that we need to fucking comply and all this other shit when you treat us like shit. Because at some point, this is just people just reacting off of shit. If you get punched in the face so many times, at some point, you're gonna look like Conor McGregor did. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I'm being like, for real, you're gonna get punched in the fucking mouth at some point.
People have been shot and killed for less.
Happen.
People have literally been shot and killed for less. Like, there's a meme that's going around that says we can't work out, we can't run, we can't exercise, we can't eat, we can't sleep in our own homes, we can't do any. We're not allowed to even take a deep breath.
Honestly, we're not even allowed to be angry because anytime we show any type of frustration or reaction to this, the first thing that I'm told by my loving Caucasian friends is that, oh no, don't succumb to the anger. Show love. Hey, look, I'm 6'2". I don't need to be the bigger person.
Wise man once said, that's the thing, Cap. I'm always angry. That's the secret.
I mean, I am always angry, I guess. But y'all
we
do
have
that.
every right to be angry all the time. Like, that's the thing. People keep trying to tell us, stop being angry. What reason do I have to not be?
Guys.
I've run out of cheeks to turn. I ain't got no more goddamn cheeks to turn.
Guys,
I ain't turning no more fucking cheeks.
We should. We should.
We really should, because come on, Big Herb, let's close.
I'm gonna say, all right, like, subscribe on all social media platforms. Be sure to comment in the comment section for all of our stuff. I'm just gonna end it like this, man. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. Black people, we love you. Keep fighting the good fight.
Stay safe.
You stay safe. And as always, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it.
Fuck the police.
Just do it. Drink, motherfucking drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blerds and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.